Hey YouTubers, it's the American Samurai, back with the Booktube review. I've got the Moon Knight here, rather appropriate because we were talking about the public domain characters Nightmare and Sleepy. This contains the stories from issues 1 through 5 of their comic, which they appeared in Clue Comics. And most of their stuff is primarily, well, they do have some proper villains. In this one, they face the Checkers Master, character I'm going to call Professor Gravity. He doesn't really have a villain name, but we'll call him that. The face-stealing corpse. The Silhouette, and then the Crooked Nine, baseball team, a themed gang of criminals. So yeah, that's probably when I read Volume 2, maybe I'll do a thing where I actually will try and rank all their different various villains, at least up to the reboot they did of the series. Because there's actually a thing they do where they reboot the series and they totally changed the concept for Nightmare, so he's no longer a pro wrestler and he no longer has Sleepy. So I would only rank the foes where they are, where he has Sleepy and he is still Bob White, the pro wrestler, and he has his teenage manager Terry Wake. So yeah, it would only be the managers he'd fight then, because I consider the other version of him not. It's still Nightmare, but it is not Bob White. I consider like a sort of an Earth 2 version of Nightmare. So it's a pretty fun collection of comics, all his adventures up to a certain point, and it actually does reprint the covers in color. The stories themselves are in black and white. A fun collection, short, quick reads. If you're a fan of just, this was essentially Clue Comics' answers to Batman and Robin, but they don't really have gadgets except for like their glow-in-the-dark costume that Nightmare has, and that's really it. And they punch stuff. I've never seen Nightmare, at least in these comics, they didn't really use any signature pro wrestling moves. Like, you don't see a Nightmare ever use like a sleeper hold, which would be kind of appropriate for his gimmick. I don't know if later on that becomes like his main hold or something. As I said, there's only stories 1 through 5. He mainly punches and stuff like that. And in the baseball one, they use a lot of baseball terminology. But I still enjoy it, so I give it a 5 out of 5. You can pick this up pretty cheap on Amazon. I think it was about $12.99 or something like that. Maybe a little less, I don't remember off the top of my head, but you can pick these collections up pretty cheap. I think there's like 3 volumes. I think there's the 2 separate ones, and I think there's like one where it's everything all together. I think that one might be in color, but I just picked up the 2 separate ones. Yeah, I don't know. There's also a collection for Miss Masquerade that it shows in the back. I guess then the character they're planning to revive. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys, I think you can read the Clue comics on like goldenagecomics.com or something like that. Alright, I give this book a 5 out of 5. Comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you're new. And until next time, this is the American Samurai saying, we'll see you next time on Bucky 749. Keep your feet on the ground and your nose in a book.